Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this total fucking train wreck that is the game where we used to win, and now we're losing. We're losing so bad, and it's embarrassing and sad for us.
I thought you were good at role playing, Adam.
I know. I'm getting there. It's vengeance. It's vengeance for Court of Swords today. Is what's happening. I'm being shown up. So that's cool. Everything is going the worst, and I'm probably gonna have to start murdering fools in this neutral zone. Let's not let it come to that, shall we? I don't really want to break sacred tradition, but as we know, Cantor will burn shit to the ground before he will admit defeat. What are we going to do? What the hell are we going to do?
So first, yes, sorry, Josh.
I was going to say, regardless of the outcome, this is going to be fun and interesting. So
Yeah, that's why we play.
let's hear what the consequences are of this roll, yeah?
Yeah. So first, Sean, why don't you tell us, since RC has taken trauma here in commanding these people and failing to throw her weight around, failing to intimidate and threaten her way to getting what she wants. When someone gets traumatized in a fight or something, it's pretty easy to talk about how they get taken out, right? RC obviously doesn't like have a seizure and pass out or something.
Yeah.
But she's out of the action, so maybe you can tell us.
And I think as it had been a lot of like RC talking to them and them sort of one-on-one talking to each other, but to her, like she'd been commanding the table. And I feel like regardless of all the consequences that you're going to pile on us, what happens is as people start throwing objections, RC loses control. She's like trying to, no, that's not, she's trying to like shut people down, and she gets overwhelmed, and her gut impulse is like, when people don't listen to me, I stab them. And she reaches for her sword. Now, is this a no weapons at all allowed place, or is it just no violence? Like you can bring your guns, but you never use them? What's the rule of Tingletown?
I don't think it specifies. Let's decide. Did everyone have to leave their, except for the grenade? Did everyone have to leave their weapons out?
I am covered in guns. I have all my guns on me. They're in my pockets. I'm bristling with guns.
I like it better that it's everyone just knows you don't do it.
The honor system.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the honor system.
So RC like grabs her sword because that is the next thing to go to, right? When talking people doesn't work, you stab them. And she looks at Bajo, who's presumably participating in this whole thing.
When you grab your sword, Cyclops steps between you and Bajo, so he's facing you and his back's to Bajo, and he like claps his hand over your fist.
I was going to say, if Bajo didn't do it, I would, but go on.
Where it's on the sword.
No, it was Cyclops. Cyclops is like, whoa, hold on, not Bajo. Yeah.
Whoa, Adam, your mic.
Yeah.
You sound like you're in a barrel.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, you're good.
You're good. Yeah. No, the whole point was she's not drawing it.
Yeah, I know. But Cyclops is worried about you. Right. So he's like, "Don't do it, boss."
Yeah, because I mean, I see if RC is the first one to draw a weapon, I'm like, oh shit, I'm too late. It's guns time.
No.
So like, I'm probably like starting to get up too.
So
things are flying out of control.
So she's putting her hand on her sword, and she's just like white knuckling it. Like she's not pulling it out of the sheath. She's just grabbing it with like such bitter desire to just cut off all these fools' heads. Or, she just knows if she killed one of them that the others would respect her more. And she's like, I can't do it in this place,
Yeah.
And like, she wants to kill Rorik because he's the wild card, or Bajo because he's smug, or Aaron because she's weak.
All of them.
Yeah. And just can't do it. And like, I think when Cyclops like don't do a boss, she just crumples. Like she knocks Cyclops away. She is refusing consolation as she's cold and cut off to human emotion. Like he's trying to help her, and she's like, "Fuck you."
This is so embarrassing, and the only way I know how to deal with embarrassment is to kill it with guns.
Exactly. And
I got this.
and she just like slumps into her chair.
Are you gonna conjure of cheap tricks them?
No, I'm just gonna talk.
She wasn't. She'd been standing the whole time. Like everyone was sitting at chairs. She'd been standing and pointing and being all leadery, and she just like slumps into her chair. Just like she sees that she missed the opportunity, and anyway. So So I don't think RC is unconscious. I don't think
No.
she's like unable to speak, but she's just realized it's like, fuck, I didn't ever expect this. And I don't know what to do. And she's lost.
So I
Hey, wait. You have a desperate failure we haven't even talked about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
of course.
That was just the trauma.
That was just the trauma. Yep.
So yeah, everyone starts talking. RC gets like lost, pushed aside kind of, and Bajo like sees this. RC isn't probably paying close attention, but Oscar and Cantor notice. He like sees RC fade back, and Aaron is like, no, we should listen to him. And Hutton's like not totally buying it, and why are you guys in charge all of a sudden? And Bajo's like, all right, settle down. And his voice just cuts through everything in the way that RC's didn't, and they stop and listen.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
He's like, no, we should give credit where credit is due. They had a good plan, and we should follow it. The crows have got to go. Someone else has got to run Crow's Foot. But obviously, it makes no sense for newcomers with a bit of territory to take over. They just don't have the experience. He kind of glances at Hutton, and Hutton's kind of like, he's like, we'll divvy up what the crows have fair among all of us here. But turf will stay turf. You keep what you've got, and we've got peace among the crews, and that'll be that. Just like in the old days. And he like kind of glances at Cantor, referring to like the truce that they had with the Red Sashes for so many years when things were peaceful in Crow's Foot. And you grew up kind of during that era. So
I want to shoot him so bad.
Bajo just like twists your plan all the way around and is like,
Right. Well, and what's great here is by leveraging the like, oh, we'll do it like the old ways, which is also reinforcing the like truce in this room. The reason why I'm still like, oh God, I just want to murder you, but I can't. Oh, I hate him, and I hate his attitude.
It's also the fact that I love that line. Very well played, John, where he's talking about newcomers with a bit of turf, which describes the Bloodletters very accurately.
Mhm.
And I catch his insinuation very, very well there.
So he lays it out, and you're looking at essentially the same map we're looking at here. Like, it just so happens that the gold on that, it represents the crows and the lamp blacks. So
He's just saying lamp blacks get all the crows turf, and
Yeah,
Basically.
basically.
well,
We
what
get nothing
he's
together.
throwing a bone. He's saying we'll take all the crows' assets and share them evenly among us, like just 5 ways or 4 ways. And then everyone will keep the turf they currently have, but no more war between us. Like we will all together run Crow's Foot peacefully. We won't have to watch our backs anymore. We'll go back to what Rorik enforced before, where there's no more turf.
Has fucking if. I guess. Do I believe him?
He is telling the truth. Yes, he intends.
So he's not trying to fuck us over. He's just a weak old man.
No, well, you know that. Well, kind of. You know that he wants to retire to something peaceful.
Yeah.
And his problem was with the Red Sashes, who he got his revenge on thanks to you guys, and he got his blood that he wanted to get, and now he's out. He wants out of that game. Essentially, he wants to have his turf fat and happy and peaceful, and pay the Bluecoats bribes and just sail, quietly under the radar. And Erin is like very much on board with that. She's terrified of you guys, but like that sounds great to her. Like, she doesn't have much of a crew left to play turf wars with. And Hutton is like, you can see the shine in his eyes there, and you can also tell he's telling the truth, Cantor, that like a quarter of the crow's assets plus whatever you're going to give them for this operation, like that's going to get him well along for his exit plan too.
Right.
So he's kind of like,
if we were the kind of people who thought long term, we could
Yep.
see this is like cool. These people are planning their retirement packages.
Right.
Let's just hold off and wait till both the Lamplax and the Grinders leave, and we'll take their stuff. But we're not people who think.
No,
I mean,
long term is like tomorrow, not because yeah, we could just wait it out, and Bajo would leave, and they'd leave, and then we could like slowly like work our way up to. I don't even know. That's not how we.
I'm basically turning your fail here into a win for Bajo. Like,
yeah,
he
of
lays it
course.
out. Everyone else is like, great, it's a deal.
yeah.
And they also kind of give you credit. Like, Bajo's like, yeah, this is how we should do it. The Bloodletters have a good plan. Good job, RC. And they're like, yeah, this is great. Thanks for bringing this stuff.
I think that's part of why RC, when she sits down, that's part of why RC doesn't know what to say, because she was like, she's ready for a fight. But then when they're like, good job, RC, she's just like, huh? Like, wait, that's not what, and she's just kind of like, and she's already calmed down. She's got her hand off her sword by this time, but she's still just sitting there in kind of like a fugue state of like, no, not, thanks.
So here's a question to Adam and Sean, not necessarily Cantor and RC.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about how this shook out?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, we got played. Cantor's gonna be real pissed, but like later. This is just one more on the list of like reasons why Bajo needs to stop fucking lording it over me, and he's gonna get his. That's fine, but I'm willing to make this play right now. So I think that we failed all our roles. The Lamplax are going to come out a lot stronger than they should, and I think that this is probably not the moment to start negotiations and wars. I think that this is, but like in Oscar's mind, we fucking ended the Red Sashes, and if we don't get the Red Sashes turf as is our rightful due, this wonderful syndicate piece that he's trying to broker right here is gonna last all of 5 minutes when we're done. Yeah.
All right. So this came out as a win for Bajo. He's probably gonna come out a lot stronger. The only question that I have for you, John, is do we feel like this is enough to swing us? Like, Oscar is aiming at tier 3. And I know that that's a couple jobs away because of how reputation and stuff works. But does this look like Bajo is aiming to replace the Crows, or is this looking like we're going to have multiple factions at roughly equal footing, and then we're going to come down to muscles?
It looks like he's looking to replace them. Yeah.
All right, good to know.
I mean, he's saying, look at the turf. We're keeping the turf we currently have, and he currently has the biggest turf and the biggest cut. And I mean, he's not saying I'll be the boss. He's just saying we'll just leave it the way it is.
Mm-hmm. He's saying I'll be the boss without saying I'll be the boss.
Essentially.
Turf is all that matters, right? Like,
I got this. Is there any drinks on the table? Like, did we show up to talk and folks have like a drink or something?
Yeah. I'm going to say
Yeah.
there's drinks on the table.
Awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Sorry.
I think this is,
Yes.
but I think this is pretty clear. Oscar takes his red hand and dips his like fingers into like wine and just puts his hand down in the middle of the gold and starts like outlining where the red sash turf is, and then looks at Bajo pointedly when it's colored red.
Okay.
I'm reopening negotiations essentially.
Why? Why should he listen to you?
I want to see his reaction because he's playing happy and fun, but I want to see if he's going to pull the knife. I don't know 100% know if he should listen to me. What I'm asking to see is what his play is, because I need to understand it. So far, he has gained all of his power on the backs of our work, and I want to see if he's willing to step to.
That's an interesting point of view.
I mean, admittedly, the Lamplax have been around for a long time, but the Red Sashes are down.
You were born.
The Red Sashes are down largely because of our efforts, and now the Crows are going to go down again largely because of our efforts.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously doesn't see things that way at all. That's a crazy point of view in his mind. So yeah, I think like the mood of the room is it's been decided, everyone agrees.
Yeah.
And then you do this, you trace it out.
Out of clarification though, Shush, are you just saying when we divvy up the Crow's turf, what we want is all the red sash turf that
Yeah,
they took.
that is what I'm saying.
I guess my question is that roughly a quarter of the Crows turf? Because if so, then that's just saying we just want dibs on this part. Like, we're gonna get a fourth, this is the fourth we want. Or is it like, I want a fourth?
Well, except that he didn't say that, right? He didn't say everybody splits it up 4 ways. He said assets, but not turf. Turf stays as is. So the map will not change. And what I think Oscar is saying is like, nah, motherfucker, we earned this red sash turf that used to be that before you rolled in. We want it.
Which is not true at
Yeah,
all.
no.
There is no way you could have attacked the red sashes without Bajo's gang. They would have massacred you.
Yeah.
So this is you had a fair fight against the red sashes because of Bajo's gang. Like this claim is just posturing. It's not true. So he.
It is true though that after the fight, the Lampblacks took a bunch of red sash territory and we didn't. Now, a lot of that was due to our inability to seize it. It wasn't because they were like, fuck you. We just didn't have the manpower to take
You just
it.
didn't have a gang that could hold it. Yeah. So the mood in the room is that Bajo's made everyone agree to this operation, and Oscar just like takes it on that agreement.
The operation's fine, but the Crows' territory is not Bajo's territory. It's joint, right? Like it's 2 gangs, and what he's saying is we're going to take all of the other gangs' turf, right?
Yeah, he's saying he's going to claim all that's gold. Right now, it's split between him and the.
And what he's saying is nobody gets Crow's turf, and everybody seems to be okay with it. And what Oscar is saying is like, are you sure? How willing are you to go into a bloodbath for this?
Right. So what I'm saying is Bajo's convinced everyone.
Yeah, they all agree with his plan, regardless of how stupid it might be for them, from our perspective.
Right. So now when you do this, they like the reaction you're getting from the room is they all look at Bajo like, what the fuck? And he cocks his head, and then he looks at RC and Cantor like, is this what are you? Is this the ultimatum that you're throwing down? Are you like, I don't know why he's doing that? Are you like, yeah, motherfucker, red hand, man, we're in. This is.
I think I mean it's RC that holds the leash, not I mean I'm lost without her, right? Like if she's checked out, if she's checked out, I'm just like confused, and like the moment that Cantor was like the most ready to do shit was when she started to draw her sword. But she like just folded, and now I don't know what to do. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I'd love to kill all these guys, but we had to have this meeting in a place where that's not allowed.
That's not the play.
Well, but I don't know that, right? Like I'm very like in a dangerous place. If they push at all on this, like if you push them and he's like, no, you fuckers go home.
Yeah. So
I might lose it.
So RC is out of the scene, right? Like she can't take action.
I mean, you
now.
can do stuff, but you
But
can't really. Yeah. Right.
So I could basically like I can say like, yeah, that's I can gesture like, yeah, take him seriously. This is who we are. Or I can be like, nah, it's just this crazy bird mask kid. Don't worry about him. That doesn't matter. And RC like has many times been in this position of I need strength, I need a powerful front, and we've like been screwed up, and Oscar is like always coming in the clinch. Oscar has always been like yep, I'll back it. If he at least if he thought it was a smart play. I think even when he didn't think it was a smart play. Of course, Oscar also did try to shoot Strangford in the head when RC was trying to talk to him.
It's for your own good. I was trying to help.
I know. I think for your own good, because I'm trying to help. I think RC is well. Let me back out of this for a second. Strash, how do you feel about this possibly being lost?
Oh, don't even worry about it. I don't actually have a problem with the possibility of being lost. I need to understand, so far Bajo has every encounter that we've had with him where we pushed, he's either folded or tried to play it off as like friendly interaction. And I want to see where his teeth are. I want to be like, all right, asshole, is this on the line and your whole happy front is like, you're all in? Or is this like,
Yep. So I think that
Are you gonna cave and try and keep the happy frontier?
Yep. I think this is Oscar's moment then. RC like shrugs.
I think this is a resistance roll, right? The consequence is you're resisting the consequence of that failure. That Bajo gets.
Yeah, I am.
That Bajo, not so much like, everyone's convinced, but like Bajo gets to do this. Like you said, he always just schmoozes his way out of problems, and you're like, no, he doesn't. That shit doesn't happen. Fuck you. You gotta play the hard game like the rest of us. So yeah, instead of like making a roll that you might fail or something, you can just make a resistance roll here. And
I am happy to do that. You just tell me what kind you want.
I can feel resolve here. It feels like resolve to me. Oscar is just like, no, you're not getting out of this one.
Now, mind you, I also have iron will. I feel like that applies here. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. It's on all resolve checks, I believe.
Boom. Zero stress.
Nothing.
Nice.
I am ironclad on resolve.
Yeah. And you totally force his hand. It goes from him like just twisting the situation to his advantage and everyone like and smoothing everything over to like everyone staring at him, and he has to like be a gang boss instead of just this, hey, let's all just be friends. So he realizes that he has to do that, and he looks down at the wine stain where you've slashed across the crows and his turf. It's probably notably like pretty much everything he got after you took the red sashes out. It's like a big chunk of that territory, which is like on this map, it's everything northwest of the dojo, like everything directly east of the Crow's Tower, I guess would count as that. So it's a pretty big. It's probably like a fifth of the Crow's turf, and it's significant,
Yeah, it's not nothing.
So he narrows his eyes, and Aaron's like looking back and forth. Hutton gets ready. Hutton's men. It's not a fight scene where they're like thinking there's going to be a rumble, but everyone's kind of energy level jumps up. And Bajo leans down. He's like, if this is what you want, we'll have to have a conversation about it after this operation, but not with words, young lad. We'll have to negotiate in another way. If that's what you want, then that's what you'll get.
All right. I'm cool with that. I think that Oscar just like,
I mean,
gives him like,
I think at this point, like if Bajo's straight up threatening you, I probably stand up and I'm like, you want a piece of me, motherfucker? Anytime, any day of the motherfucking week. You come to my house, I'll show you what for, you old piece of shit. And I like, full on just like.
This is when Cyclops is like holding you back,
Yeah. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You come to my house, I will any day. And I'm like, just, like spitting and like so mad. Because this guy, like, he knows, the thing about Bajo is that he knows exactly how to push Cantor's buttons, right? Like, he's the only dude that can.
Oh, like, he's about to really give you one.
Yeah.
So I think that was such a dramatic moment. Thank you, Strash. That like that showdown moment is, people are gonna leave. Like it's agreed. We're gonna pick up the crows together, and we're splitting things up. And then apparently the Bloodletters and the Lamplacks are gonna go to war. So people are filtering out, and Bajo arranges it so he's one of the last, and like cuts it off so he leaves before you, Cantor. And he casually looks back over his shoulder and he flips the grenade to you.
Right, perfect. Yeah, I catch it, and I make
the pin's missing. No, it's not.
I make very special note of this so that in a few episodes when I fucking jam it in his mouth, we'll know. I tuck this one in my coat. This one's for you, Bajo. You're not my real dad. Unless you are. Oh my god.
Cantor.
He totally could be.
Totally could, exactly. Like exactly. I'm like, you're not my real dad.
You're probably not my real dad.
Very likely.
Yep. It's going. Just he gets under my skin. It's so good.
We'll get him, Cantor. We'll get him.
I know we will. I know we will. It'll be the thing where he's on some fucking tropical island 20 years from now, sitting there, fucking sunning himself. This dark shadow shows up with a gun, like, I found you, Bajo.
If
like
only there was places to be sunned in dust.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's why he's gonna be somewhere far, far away.
Yeah, it's the Sawyer letter.
All right.
Man.
Nicely done, Oscar.
Yeah.
Stepping up to the plate.
Yep. Made it so
I'm
things are not so stable.
So
I think
the operation is continuing as planned, kind of like.
You guys made a proposal, like, let's all band together,
Yeah.
use our military hardware and destroy this gang, and they were like, okay.
God, and this is it's just the worst too, because like it's so undermining, because like RC fell apart in the heat of the moment, and like I didn't get to murder anybody. I am never setting foot in this fucking ship thing ever again. Like, I refuse. I will never come back here. And eventually I will sink it into the ocean. Like, that's it. I hate this place. Anywhere that I'm not allowed to go ham and shoot people, not okay. I was just like totally neutered in that scene.
Yeah.
Cantor hates it so much.
I have to tell you, it's one of the most rewarding things, though. It's like Oscar's new favorite place, right?
No, I'm building cannons specifically to destroy this place.
We
Fuck
have
it.
some
You
just for
currently
you.
have like 6 cannons. This is the time if you want to.
This is
I
where you
was
pull out the baton.
What do we blow up? We're blowing up Tangletown.
Yeah,
Tangletown.
fuck Tangletown.
You
Well, because
don't even-
again, like Cantor has this very short-sighted, like that which is new and strong is always better than that which is old. And like before, Tangletown was like, oh, yeah, this is just like where these behaviors exist. But now I'm like, no, fuck all that old shit, because Bajo's also old, and I hate him. So all old things must go.
Old things.
So it's just like a whole bunch of like, yeah, this is dumb. The old ways suck. Bajo sucks. Tangletown sucks. Fuck this town. Like, just so angry. Such a petulant child about this. Yeah. So mad.
Yeah.
Cyclops sucks. Everybody sucks. I'm pissed.
Well, I'm waiting for you to turn on your new Vice dealer. You turned on your last one.
I
Now,
know,
How
right?
long is Jeffrey gonna stay?
I immediately, well, and that's the thing is like, if this were the end rather than like midway through the op, I would immediately just go find something that I could destroy. Like that would be the thing, like just some weak thing that doesn't expect it. I would go destroy it. It would probably be like someone who's actually kind of important to me. I really want to get in a fight with RC now, like, because you fucked up, RC. You hecked up.
Yeah.
You hecked it up.
All right. So help me though, as players, decide. I'm leaning between 3 different possible traumas. Paranoid that there's everyone is after us.
Mhm.
Like there's like, I thought there people could be trusted, and we thought we had alliances, and those mean nothing, and everybody's potential enemy. Obsessed, like, I can't believe we lost this, and now like I have to make up for it. Or here's the worst, but it kind of makes sense. Soft.
Oh God.
Right?
So I was looking at that one and I was like, if it's soft, this moment, remember episode 17, because this is the like fracture that will ultimately like tear the Bloodletters apart, because softness is the one thing that Cantor will never be able to abide. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I listen to you because when it comes down to it, secretly, I don't think I could take you in a fight. Right? Like, because that's all it comes down to. But
I think that's pretty true. Yeah.
yeah, totally. Like, because I'm all bark, but if you slap me down, I'm gonna be like, all right, you're tougher than me, fine, RC. Like, I never admit it, but like, you can beat me. But if you go soft on me, whoa, this is gonna get bad fast.
Yeah.
So on that hand, yeah, it's really interesting and fun. But if Cantor would want you to be obsessed, because then I can be like, yeah, we need to get Bajo. You need to get on my anti-Bajo crusade with me. We gotta kill Dad. I mean Bajo.
So you have to decide, Sean, the curse of the author, right? You wrote in Vigilantes that Cantor Haig shot RC Keela in the head.
Yeah, I did.
And brought an end to that gang that way. So do you want to sow the seed for the thing that you wrote, or do you want to play against type and go the other way?
Oh my God.
They're both, I mean, they're really good.
No, they're both so good.
I think of those, if I don't get a vote, but
No, that's what I'm asking. I
think obsessed and soft to me feel more interesting for RC than paranoid. I think.
Yeah. yeah, I agree. You're right. Even as I
But
was
both
saying,
of those are really good.
Yeah.
They're really
Totally.
I-
Well, and both of them will lead to your destruction eventually, right? Like in that, like you soft means that you eventually will learn you're not cut out for this life, and you'll end up in a shallow grave somewhere. But obsessed will also lead you to bad places because you should not. That it flips the script in that if you're obsessed with the same shit Cantor is, you are in a bad space. You do not let if both of us are on the same side agreeing with each other about things. Holy fuck! Like that is.
yeah.
Well, boy, I'm scared for all of us.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think that the fight of what the hell happened there, RC, is inevitable. So I might as well play up to it. And I cannot believe I'm choosing this. I mean, John, there are long-term projects to get rid of trauma, and I might be working on them because this is going to.
Arsakiel is soft. I will make her hard
Because
like me.
Because if I don't, I think this is the end. But I'm taking soft.
Soft is hard mode. I mean, I think everybody knows it.
Yeah,
Everyone who
damn.
looks at Blades in the Dark character sheet is like, fuck, if you take soft, how do you?
BTW, one of the most fun Blades campaigns I did. I played a leech who took soft as his first trauma, and it's the only character that actually traumaed out.
Wow, nice.
And it was because of that. Each time I took a trauma, it's because I was trying to rescue someone in the middle of a fight, and it had nothing to do with the rest of my crew.
For me, and we can
It
obviously
destroyed
we can see where this goes, but like soft boy here is not leadership material, and if RC can no longer lead this gang, someone has to.
Oh,
It's not going to
God.
be Cyclops.
I vote for Cyclops.
Yeah, I also like for real. Cyclops has some leadership potential, but that's not how it's going to go because
No.
some of us are PCs and some of us are not, and that's okay.
Well, John is
Oh, this is
John is
gonna
up
be so
for
good.
times. If any of us want to GM this game, then
Yeah,
we'll-
when Strauss runs the Bloodletters, I'll play Cyclops, and then he'll be a PC. He'll be
Right, totally.
fine.
Yeah.
cold and
Alright.
soft like Dale Jello.
So just to say, like, this is great. It's a great choice, Sean. And I mean, Adam laid it out perfectly. It's a great roadmap for where we're going potentially. But just to say this for people who play Blades, you play your traumas as much or as little as you want.
Yes.
They're not
Yeah.
hard character boxes
Right.
that you have to stay inside.
RC did not just suddenly become a different person. RC
Yeah.
RC broke at a critical juncture, and now her personality is fractured because of that. She's lost some confidence in herself. It doesn't mean she's going to stop being violent to get her ways. It doesn't mean that she's going to stop.
It could mean that, but
Well,
Good.
yeah.
But-
Universally across the board.
And that's what's fun about them is that in the moment, like you can buy traumas. Like I took Unstable because like all I have to do is just keep playing Cantor the same way I already was, and I'm gonna get rewarded. But the ones that play against type are often more revealing because now in the moment when we need RC to be hard, you can look to your sheet and be like, I don't think I do it. Like I hold off.
if you played Fate and Fate inspired games, this is totally where that comes from. It's a compel, basically.
Yeah.
Like you self-compel your character with your trauma, and you get XP for it. You get Fate points. You get XP in this case
Yeah.
by playing to it, but it's an option. for
I'm
how-
so excited that you took that. I think it's gonna do all kinds of cool shit for us. We're
Allison
not gonna succeed as much.
Allison votes for Roth King Claith as the new leader. I definitely do not vote for Roth.
No, I think we can all agree. Then Roth, no, not so.
I mean, Cantor would be terrible, but I think Roth would definitely be worse
Yeah.
as leader of the gang.
Yeah.
I appreciate you advocating for Roth, Allison. That's good.
Roth, what would you like to do?
Yeah. Look, Roth would just take over that Roland's office and
gonna
just
have-
faint 7 times in a row.
I'm gonna have
on his
tea
couch.
and stab a dude,
And then
and
stab
then
a
maybe
dude.
recline a bit.
All
Yeah,
right,
like
well,
Cantor at least does other stuff besides wearing fancy clothes and killing guys. That's all Roth ever does. So yeah,
yeah.
In a way, he's the purest of all of us.
it's true. He's too beautiful for this world.
That's there's nothing but white and silver.
That's right.
Um,
So do you guys want to play? I know like we're not getting to blowing up the crows score, but I kind of want to see a scene when we're back at Skurlock Manor and there's a fallout from
Yeah.
Queen. What the fuck does Cantor say? What happens when you get back home?
yeah, no, that's.
You know what I mean? I think that's a pretty fun scene. If you guys want to do it,
Yeah.
I'm up for that. So
Yeah. Full blown temper tantrum. Like,
So let's paint the scene here. So let's cut back to, well, maybe let's not make it Sherlock Manor. Let's say it's the tattoo parlor, just to change up our set for the team.
Yeah, I like it.
And Adam, you tell us, like, we cut into the tattoo parlor. What is Cantor? What's the shot that we see?
I don't want to. I mean, if it makes sense to you, Sean, like I think RC is probably like in one of the like chairs that we use to like tattoo, like thinking over the situation or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And Cantor like grabs a jar of the like ink or whatever and throws it at you, but not like at you, but so it breaks behind you.
Yeah.
And he's just like screaming, just like, what the fuck was that about? And like throws it as hard as he can. It flies past you and shatters on the wall. And it's just like a stream of like angry, helpless like rage. And I'm just blaming it completely on you. I'm just like, you fucking choked in there. What the fuck is going on? We had all the advantage we needed in that situation. And that motherfucker just put us in our place. What happened to you? And I'm like, I get right up in your face and I'm just like shouting at you.
Yeah, and I think RC is like, I mean, nothing that Cantor, like RC generally thinks what Cantor's saying is complete bullshit.
And that's what I want, right? I want you to be like, shut up, Cantor. But
yeah, but no, but this is the one of the few times where like everything Cantor's saying, RC completely agrees with. She's like, yep, I completely fucked this up. I dropped it. She doesn't even know how. She doesn't even know what she did or said that like she lost it. But as he's like spitting and like freaking out on her face, she's making eye contact with him. She's looking at him and she's got like I mean, she's not like pouting or crying or anything like that, but she's got like this kind of like 1,000-yard and like lost look of like, I don't know. And she just finally at like some point when you're like literally in her face, she like just delicately like takes your hand off of her, and she's like, we should make plans for the fight. You know, like to step up, and it's like she's not saying, yeah, you're right, I screwed up, but she's saying, yeah, you're right, I screwed up. Like she's not fighting you.
yeah, so you say you like start to get up, and I think I like push you back down into the chair, and I'm like, what is this we shit? We got to make plans. What the fuck, RC? I can't trust you to open your fucking mouth anymore. Cyclops showed up harder than you. Cyclops. And you know that motherfucker isn't worth a damn.
He like is standing just outside the door that goes down into the basement tattoo parlor, and he's like leaning against the wall, listening through the slide right off this, and he's just like, you see him for a moment, just like shaking his head, like, God, I get no fucking death.
Yeah.
Who else is in the room, by the way, when this shit is going down, aside from me?
I mean, everybody in the tattoo parlor is going to hear it. Like anybody.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just the three of you in the main room, but yeah, there are gang members like around that are listening to what's going on. But I think right now it's just the three of you right in the front room there.
So I think at that point, Oscar actually takes his fucking mask off for a split second because nobody else is in here, right?
Yeah.
And then he looks up and he goes, what's done is done. It's happened, Cantor. We got to look forward.
We got a plan for the fight. She says the things she just said a second ago. Like,
I think not knowing what to say, I just like sweep a bunch of shit off a counter and break it on the floor.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just like, and just like sweep it all onto the floor, and just like make an angry noise.
Yeah.
Man, this is
that what you
No, hang on. I'm about to get shot. This is the night of Oscar pushing everyone's buttons and forcing them to acknowledge shit.
Hang on, I'm about to get shot.
So I think you like sweep everything off, and then Oscar calmly waits one beat for like the clanking to stop of all the shit breaking on the ground, and he goes, "She fucked up. We all fuck up. You fucked up."
And I get like right up in your face, and I'm like, listen to me, you little fucking pissant. Why don't you go right back to that mansion and crawl into a book and you stay the fuck out of grown-ups business?
And I think my eyes contract into cat eyes, and I look for the first time very calmly at Cantor, and I say, because we've got shit to do.
I don't think I'm scared of this. I
He's
don't.
not trying to be
No,
scary.
no,
He's just-
I know, but I think
yeah.
like everything else, like when Oscar pulls the supernatural stuff and does the like I'm being all quiet, I just double down. Like I'm not. I probably push you. I probably push you away from me.
I think that's what finally like stirs RC to action.
Yeah.
I don't. RC's not generally speaking like, oh, I gotta look after Oscar. Like he's totally capable of himself. But when she sees it, she grabs Cantor and pulls him back and's like, we can't be fighting with each other. We got to fight the crows. Then we got to fight the Lamplacks. Then we got to fight the Arubians. She's starting to regain some of her composure. Seeing him like manhandle Oscar actually
yeah, totally.
like brings out a little of her vigor. And she's like, we got plenty of fights in front of us. This isn't the time to fight with each other. And she not throws you, like pushes you back.
Yeah, I think we both do that like hyper aggressive body like stuff where you like you grab my coat or something and I like push you off and like fix my collar like really aggressively and I'm just like the fuck off me. But like you're right. Like I totally back down, not from you. Like I stand up to you, but I back away from Oscar and I'm like, yeah, fine. Like cool, this is what I wanted. Like you're actually like you're up out of your chair, you're like talking loud, you're pushing me around. That's good. I feel like I've won because I like goaded you back in action. I'm still pissed at both of you, but yeah, like I take a step back and I'm like one fucking thing at a time.
So obviously, once the two of you are fighting in the way that I'm used to you fighting, and RC isn't being a punching bag, I think Oscar quietly puts his mask back on. But right before he like completely clicks it into place, you see a little grin underneath it as if
Totally, yeah.
I just need these two fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Playing.
It's manipulation of energies, right? Where you're like, cool, you're reorienting the humors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So well, I don't want to interrupt if you got more.
No, I mean, I think now that RC's actually speaking up, there's a moment here. Like things are not fixed, things are not better, but they're slightly like angled back towards the way that we are all comfortable with them being.
Yeah.
So if RC keeps that up, if RC's like, all right, here's what we're gonna do, then Cantor just like falls right in step.
Yeah.
I think Cyclops opens the door like he's just come up to the top of the stairs, which he didn't, but he opens the door and he like stops short seeing you here, all standing here, and he's like, oh good, so how do you want who should
let's talk about where we're gonna hit them from.
And that's the thing. Like I mean, like as soon as I see him, I'm like, motherfucker, where you been at? We need your ass up in here. Like, and I grab him, like, there's violence to be done. Like, slap him on the back and like bring him over.
That he does not like interact with you when you do that. He doesn't ignore you. He just like kind of nods as he walks in and is like, how are we going to distribute all this stuff? Who do you want? Who do you want moving the cannons? Who do you want moving the gunpowder? Like he wants to know, like, if the plan is arm the other gangs to the teeth and then like hit the crows or whatever. Like he's like asking logistical questions.
Yeah.
Really, he's been listening, and as soon as there was a lull in the energy level, he like steps in to diffuse.
Cyclops is truly the wisest of us all. Like really, he's the guy on the outside being like, man, how did I get involved in this shit?
He has the luxury as an NPC of not being an obsessive weirdo or something.
Yeah.
You can just kind of have one note.
Yeah.
I'm even keeled. It's okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, we don't have to do a bunch of nitty gritty here. Obviously, this is Blades in the Dark.
Oh, right.
If you want to, we don't have a lot of time left actually, but
Yeah.
But we also have a fairly straightforward score. We want to take a bunch of gangs and meet the crows and blow them up. So
yeah.
I mean,
feel
I
like
don't,
that's Sean, no offense, but
I don't want to elide the fighting for the sake of like trying to finish the job in the episode, because this is my jam. I got all the gun skills, and
I think we should definitely
that's fair.
not like try to do it all tonight, but I think what we could potentially do is taking out the crows is not something, and we haven't done a lot of these yet, but it's not a score that happens in an hour.
Yeah.
Probably a score that happens over several weeks, and there's like an initial assault of some kind. There's some situation that changes from the crows not being shot with stuff to they are being shot with stuff. Actually eliminating that gang, Crowsfoot is going to be at war, right? They're going to scatter. There's going to be skirmishes all over the place. It's going to be a fucking mess. I don't think you're in a position to like
Contain
obliterate them in one go. I don't think so. I mean, you could try some crazy sapper.
Well,
scheme or
it
something.
depends on.
I
if
feel
we-
like the opening salvo is going to have to be strong, sudden, and decisive, and
Yeah.
then after that, it's several weeks to pop up because a crew the size of the Crows is not going to go down from one fight the way that the Red Sashes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even if we were to detonate the tower, yeah, okay, they don't get their crazy tower shit. We had.
I'd say we detonate the tower.
but they still
I
are.
kind of want
tier
that
3,
opening
right?
meeting to be us pushing the plunger and blowing that tower up, because I actually want to, like, if Bajo is going to keep all the turf, there's like a part of me that's like bitter.
Right. You can be king of the ashes, Bajo. That's definitely an angle that, like, look, if we can't have Crow's Foot, we are just gonna burn this mother down. And yes, here you go. Here's the trash that's left.
So I would like our meeting to be when we say hi, Lissa, and then push the plunger.
While you're there, you're gonna blow it up while you're there.
Well, like,
show,
I mean,
everybody.
that's very Bloodletters. I'm not.
generally we're gonna
Why
meet
are you
outside.
surprised,
I'm
Joe?
not surprised at all.
Look, if we get 2 6s, we fly to safety from the explosion. I bought a suit for this.
like as chat has pointed out, like you guys can get in as much trouble as you want because Oscar will pull some move that will save
Hey,
your ass.
I gotta say, I got a full, totally empty stress track now, so I'm.
That's true. Yeah, you're fresh as a daisy.
I'm fresh as a cold, soft daisy.
It's a cold, soft days. Classic.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So let's do like quick score setup here. You want to, and we can do flashbacks and stuff. Like let's do it Blade style. You're going to.
We're gonna climb through the canals underneath the tower, plant a bunch of explosives. and
Okay.
then- and then
That's the flashback, Sean. The point of assault is when we're talking to Lissa, supposedly to hand over the money.
Yeah. Well,
Is it well, hang on. What's your plan type?
assault.
Assault.
Okay.
Actually,
I just can't wait until we have the meeting and we're like, here you go, Lissa. And she's like, what's this? We hand her a folded piece of paper and she opens it and just says, fuck you. And then everything blows up.
So it sounds like a deception plan to me.
yeah, I think you're right. It is a deception plan because we want to sneak in. The planting of the bombs isn't a flashback. It isn't like, oh shit, we didn't think about this. This is
This is the plan.
the plan is put the bombs underneath, sneak in there, wire it all up, come back out. Boom.
Yeah, it's a deception plan, which is fool Lissa into having a meeting at a place where there are bombs,
Mhm.
or her lieutenants
outside
however
her
it goes
tower.
down.
Yeah, we want to meet her up right outside the tower, and then we want to blow the tower up in front of her.
Yeah. Now, getting her to meet with you face to face right now is pretty tricky because she has lots of reasons not to trust you.
Mhm. But
so
we
I
do
think-
owe her money. We
Exactly.
do.
Exactly.
So we gotta
And she's a
come up.
bold character who will step up to the plate and trade blows with anybody.
So, Oscar, can you use that last free downtime action to acquire an asset of a saboteur that can rig up all these bombs for us?
Yeah, we need a junk rat up in this piece.
Yeah.
You do not have any explosives expert on your crew. That is
All right, I've got 1 dot in rec.
I have 0.
probably not a good
I may
idea
have
to lean on that.
No, yeah, I can totally use the downtime.
I have
action
no
to acquire a saboteur.
wrecking capacity whatsoever.
You want to surreptitiously acquire a sapper
Flashback
from the war.
to a downtime, which I already have prepared for just this contingency.
Right.
I knew we'd need it.
Are you trying to find a veteran, an Imperial War soldier who was a sapper in the war, or do you want to try to find
Yes.
a Govlander counter a revolutionary not counter, just straight revolutionary? Which side of the war are you picking from? Just for color's sake. I mean, you're gonna.
We need some
Yeah.
kind of evil midnight bomber. What bombs at midnight?
I would say go Scotland because we don't
Actually,
want
I
to-
just choose whosever reputation is more reliable because
Okay.
either one of them can be loose cannons for a variety of
fair.
cause, zealotry, PTSD reasons.
Let's.
I'm just looking for somebody that's not gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
If that means like Oscar doesn't have any loyalties either way.
Cool.
Actually, of all the crew, I think I'm actually the least prejudiced.
Probably, yeah.
Could be.
I mean, Cantor was knocking on shit earlier.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. The thing is, it's not that I hate foreigners. I just think like my world is so small.
I'm just gonna roll. They are a foreigner. They're a foreigner, and they're a Ruvian.
Naturally. All our random NPCs are Rubian.
That's
There
what I
we go.
rolled. What can I tell you? The dice love 4-3 when I roll NPCs, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to acquire an asset. Let's see what quality of sapper you can get a hold of.
Yeah. I think. You can roll. We roll tier, but you can, if we have a friend who can help us out.
Most of my friends are kind of, I don't know. Does Quellen know a particular person? I mean, alchemy and demolitions are sort of her jam, although it's morally mystic stuff.
Yeah, I don't think she's into bombs.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either. On the other hand, I will tell you that our best friend for the gang is Lydra, a broker. And I don't know if they know or have a contact. A broker could be any number of things. I don't know if they're...
We haven't really defined her up to this point. If you want to say that she's a broker in the world of arms and military stuff.
Well, then how the shit did we not make money off this goddamn score?
Because we haven't sold any of it. It's all we've got in our basement.
You can. you just
next
haven't.
time.
We're the equivalent of those people who are hoarding Beanie Babies. Only the Beanie Babies can kill your ass. They're not good to us in our basement.
I have a feeling that Lydra is definitely, maybe kind of. Fence is wrong, but maybe like a face or a
Fixer.
fixer. Fixer's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And so maybe not necessarily like a weapons dealer per se, but probably knows one kind of stuff.
She knows the kind of people that work for Elstera of Rothi who get sent on operations to like blow up Imperial place operations or whatever. She knows some Aruvian agents that are good with bombs that are out there. They're not from here. They live outside the city.
Yeah, that's good.
She can bring someone in who's like a blank slate, who's like, yep, I'll do your job for you. No problem.
That sounds great.
Yep. RC's privy a little bit to the Eruvian versus Empire Cold War shenanigans that have been going on. So
yeah,
Oscar is banking on him.
Yeah. So you're gonna roll tier, and you get a bonus die for Lydra.
Beautiful. I'll just make a fortune roll if that's okay. Number of dice is going to be 3 because we're tier 2 plus 1 for Lydra.
Yep.
Boom.
Good job, Lydra.
Nice. Tier plus 1.
So that's a tier 1 sapper or tier 3
3
sapper.
Tier
Sorry.
3 sapper.
Which is what we need to blow up a tier 3 target.
That is a
And
good.
we have tier 4/5 bombs.
You do indeed. So what are your general instructions for?
I have a feeling that we're going to flash back to it.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that.
It's
Yeah.
probably going to be a stealth op with appropriate locations and whatnot.
Yeah. So I think the roll, like we'll do the engagement roll here, and that will determine the situation. And I think it's like meeting with Lissa, right? Like how or does she actually show up herself? Does she send a intermediary? Does she think it's fishy? That kind of thing. So
Yeah.
We're supposed to mate with her.
you are supposed to meet with her. Yeah.
Let's see if she's odd enough.
She wants to make the engagement roll.
Cantor, you haven't rolled enough tonight. We've
Yeah,
had
you want
enough.
me to roll?
On you, make it happen.
All right. What am I rolling? What's happening here?
So
Yeah.
start with one die, right?
Start with one die. Does your plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? No.
It is pretty daring, though.
Oh yeah, sorry, I skipped over one. Is it boulder daring? Yes, it is boulder daring. Absolutely.
Does the crew sheet have a engagement roll on it?
No.
No, I
This
think
is
you
just
just
fortune.
roll
Do it
fortune.
as a
Yeah.
fortune.
Okay.
You're gonna select a number of dice and
Yep.
then type in.
Yeah, we got one. Okay, what else we got?
Exposed vulnerability, no. Is the target strong against this approach? Do they have particular defenses or special preparations? It's her fucking base. Yes. -1.
Okay.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
They just did. I
Just did.
literally just did.
Yeah.
In your face, Lydra, +1.
Okay.
Are any of your enemies or rivals interfering with this operation? Yes, you're at war with the Aruvian consulate. This guy's Aruvian. Fuck you. -1 die.
Okay.
Are there any other elements that you want to consider? Lower tier target? No, you're equal.
Can I use my sexiness to lure her into this trap? We did bone that one time.
I know that we
So
are.
definitely not.
Damn
I-
it.
I know that we're a lower tier, but the quality of these munitions. Well, I guess this.
No, that's what I was saying. You got a tier 3 sapper and you have higher
So we only
quality.
have, we have one die, is what's
So
happening.
I think you have an advantage here. Actually, you.
Yeah.
Lissa is higher tier, but you
But
have-
we're using higher tier
you have
stuff.
really good gear. So, that's a bonus die. So you have 2 dice.
Two total.
Two dice.
All on you, Adam. Don't roll a three.
No
Don't do
bad
that.
engagement
Don't do
roll.
that to me. All right.
No, I
All
won't.
right.
No,
It's
hey,
all good, no
roll
matter
high,
what
you
happens.
get XP.
I
All right.
It's not nothing.
Classic.
That's pretty
Risky-
good. I
Risky.
like this scenario.
Okay.
Twilight Borealis, we got that. We got the higher tier bombs.
So I think it's the risk here, the risky opening scene, is you guys show up to pay. That's the pretense, right? We're paying our tribute, right? But Lissa is not a complete moron. She needs to posture for her crew and not act like a coward in front of you and that kind of thing. She wants to lord it over and make everyone watch while you pay what is owed to her.
Mhm.
Can we bring in a fancy, like, little chest that we're gonna place at her feet, so that when she opens it up, it has a note that says "fuck you,"
Sure.
but at least looks legit coming in.
This is a
Yeah.
nice calligraphy note that says "boom" on it.
Yeah. So I think this is the classic heisty thing. It's not a PC necessarily. That's the risky situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's the placement of everything and Lissa's sentries and guards and stuff. The camera's tracking as you're approaching, and we see you guys walking up towards the tower, and it tracks down towards the like storm drain on the side of the street where some rainwater is washing through, and the sapper and his team are like getting into position and are planting the last bombs and stuff, and one of them levers a brick free from a bricked up sewer pipe that they're trying to go to, and it like shifts sideways and falls and hits the ground as RC's boots walk past it, and it makes a like splooshing noise inside the thing, and one of the crows like peers over in that direction, and you guys just like do and you keep walking, and you come in, and we've talked about this before, like the crow's tower is it kept its old rickety wooden watchtower staircase that goes up to the top. It's like barely one person wide.
Yeah.
And Lissa puts guys on the stairs that you have to press past on the way up to like intimidate you. Or like,
Oh, so we are going to the top of it. I thought.
well, I assumed you were, and I think
Oh, it's
because you got a
okay.
risky engagement roll, then
Sure.
making you go upstairs is the riskiest possible thing, right?
Sure. Go upstairs that we plan to explode. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Lissa's not waiting to meet you at the bottom when you get there. The
Yeah.
guys are just like, go upstairs. She wants to meet you, So you've got to like, okay. So we're keep cutting back and forth you're like halfway up, and then we cut back to the sapper team, like placing charges and connecting a wire, and finally you get up there, and she's got her dudes arrayed like she normally does. The chairs are gone from in front of her desk, and the treasure's been like shoved aside, so there's like a very obvious empty space on the floor that needs to be filled. That's like missing.
So wait, you're telling me that Lissa has a space that needs to be filled? I'm glad I came along.
And she's like made it way bigger than it should be. Like you can't possibly like pour out stuff, but she's there. She's got her back to you. She's looking out from the balcony there on the tower. And her guys are watching her, you know, because they know the word on the street is like someone's creating a syndicate or something. And are the crows in charge anymore? Like, what's happening? So they're looking at her and they're looking at you, and she has her back to you, and she's just like, just talking away from you, you know, out into the night.
Classic supervillain shit.
Exactly. Very dramatic. She says, all of my money better be there, because I'm not playing around. And then she turns on her heel and like dramatically looks at you and puts her hand on the hilt of her sword. And she's like, let's see it, motherfuckers. And it's like this challenge. Like, you can see it in her eyes. She kind of expects the box to be empty, and this is some kind of showdown, you know.
Can RC have a moment, because she's felt really low? Like, can I have a quip? Or if it's okay, unless someone else really wanted to deliver the line. RC's like, everything we owe you is in that box. And I'm gonna like, and what I want to do is be standing where there's like a window, because it's all open, right?
As I say, we're all edging towards the windows.
There aren't windows up here. It's a flat.
There's a balcony.
Yeah, that's what we're headed for.
That's where we're heading for. Yeah.
Let me explain, because we've said this many times, and I like the way this thing is designed. It's just a flat top to the tower, and the stairs come out of a hole.
Yeah.
Then they mounted pillars on top of the tower, and it has a roof.
Yeah.
But so there's no walls or anything. It's just flat, and it goes out, and it's just shorter ends.
Right. So we're all, and so while we're up there.
Right.
When she says that, which is like, you got everything we owe you is in there. She has her little lantern, which they like came here with, because we're all dark.
Yeah.
This is all in the dark, and she like shudders it twice, so that there's like a signal down below. They can. Right.
There's a spotter on a rooftop over there, and he's like. So the opening risky moves. What I'm hearing is, we want to edge out towards the edge of the top of this tower so we fall to our deaths instead of being blown up. Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I assume that we do not fall to our deaths. I assume we fall to some form of safety.
So the opening risky move with the engagement is, do you tip your hand at all? Does Lissa see something in your body language that makes her, you know, flinch away and not get caught in the deadly explosion? Do you take her, you know, in the blast? How
effective is this?
Are you caught in the blast? Like, I think that's the situation we're in right now. It's this cat and mouse maneuvering. She knows something's up. She clearly does not expect you're going to blow up the fucking tower.
That's right.
He's ready for a fight, essentially.
Yeah. I would love to participate in this by being distractingly, like, overwhelmingly sexy. I would really like that to be. Or like, at least Kendra thinks that's what his jam is. He's just like, yeah, we had sex one time. What's up, girl? How you doing?
I think we cut into the sex scene because a massive lightning strike happened during it upstairs.
That's right. Yeah.
While you guys were having sex, and you were like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Feel the thunder.
I mean, I'm looking around the room with this kind of like lascivious gaze, like, yep, we had sex on that and on that thing and over there and whatever that is. Just kind of looking around like, yeah, you remember. I know you remember.
I think you should be the one to win her over. That makes sense. Because RC would just like stare her down. I would just be like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, do it. Yeah. But I think.
So are you making the move to like kind of keep her in the right place
Yeah, I will be the one that is the last out of the explosion, right? Like I want to be. I'm happy to be the closest to the fireball. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cantor is making eyes at Lissa and trying to distract her with his sexiness.
Did you air quote me? We did it several times.
I think we talked about Cantor fucks like a guy who has something to prove. And
Yeah,
is that
for
he's
sure.
Sadly, that is
The truth of it is that Cantor has never had sex with anyone but himself. There just happen to be other people there.
So the question that I have is, we landed in a risky situation. So does the detonation go off and we have to, we're stuck here at the top and we have to find our way down, or what is the risk? Because
the risk right now is how are you maneuvering to get out of this situation without tipping your hand to Lissa to make her.
Oh, Cantor, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really good at this.
And then I'm gonna make fortune rolls for Lissa's guards versus the sapper, and we'll see how devastating the explosion is. And you guys can tell me how you deal with that, because I'm sure you have a plan for that.
Sure.
I just discovered that we're entertainingly on a flat top roof with only pillars between us and infinity.
So-
and I have the ability to summon hurricane force winds. So
I would like in this situation, I would like to use my Rook's Gambit to spend 2 stress to use my skirmish skill. Because, and I quote, when you skirmish, you entangle a target in close combat so that they cannot easily escape. So I think I'm used to, being within 5 foot. I'm in her threat range.
Yeah,
and I think that's
second opportunity against her.
Yeah, I think that's my jam. I'm just making 5 foot steps around her.
Yeah, well, you keep an eye contact with her like you would with somebody you're fighting.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
stroking your pistols to
Sure.
show her your guns.
Giving her the
Wow.
up nod, getting up in her space. Yeah.
Wow.
What's up, girl? How you doing? What's going on? How you at? Yeah.
Rook's Gambit. I forgot you had that.
I did not.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, that way I have 3 dice instead of whatever shitty skill you were gonna have me roll instead.
Yeah, I was not. It was probably 0.
Yeah,
would
probably.
that have been skirmish?
Yeah, would not have been skirmish. No, certainly.
Well, it's always
Okay, so let's see. This is risky. The risk is she alerted? Does she take some defensive measure to escape the trap or minimize the damage to her, or do you hold her in place seductively
Right.
so she falls into your trap?
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out.
All right. I mean, the devil's bargain here, I think, is clear, right? That I do it too well.
Well, I think the devil's bargain is also your you're putting yourself at risk. You're standing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That I'm too that I get caught in her gravity, and then when
You put her where you want, in the best place for the blast, but you're there too.
Yeah, I would happily take that. I will. Yeah, give it to me.
Yep.
All right, so I got 4 dice.
Yeah.
4 dice. Here we go.
Let's see those 3s.
Well, I
Hey.
got 5s. it's not all 3s this time.
Poor man's crit.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, I think it's easy. The consequence here, like, you took the devil's bargain and you do it. She's ready for a fight. She's ready for you guys not to have what she asked for and to go for it. And then Cantor plays that card again because she was
Stick a move, man. Stick a move.
Yeah.
Keep guessing.
And she moves in close, but then she, at the last second, she turns the tables on you and spins you around and throws you against a pillar to show her dominance and map. And oh shit, this is the pillar.
Yeah, I'm just like, again,
So
there's so many weird Cantor Tyler Durden parallels in this, right? This is the narrator shooting at the van. Yeah, whoa, yeah, where she slams me up against a pillar, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, what up? Yeah.
So you do it. You don't raise her suspicions, but it's worse for you. You
I'm
both
all
are
about
going to get caught in the blast, but the consequence is it's worse for you. You can resist that consequence if you want.
Yeah, totally. Should I do that? Should I do that now?
You can use your prowess to,
Okay.
not let her throw you against the pillar and
Fight
Yeah,
back.
do a little bit of that bedroom jujitsu so that
Yeah.
she ends up against a pillar. And I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? I know how to dance.
yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if that's how it goes in my head, but in reality, what up? I'm the
Oh.
sexiest. Yeah, boom. I am
Right.
in charge of this dance. I know who's leading. Yeah.
You
Cool.
clear one stress.
That's true. You clear one stress. Nice.
I think
Yeah.
the clearing of the stress is almost like tough for Cantor because I'm like, oh yeah, she is really hot and like she's about to get blown the fuck up. Oh, that's a shame, girl. Like, oh well, I got a backup. It's fine. Just makes this decision easy for me.
Cool. So she goes to spin you. You spin her back around.
What's up?
I'm going to roll for Crow's guards and somebody, Sean, Strosh, somebody. You want to make a 4-die fortune roll for Sam?
I got you.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I got him. I might as well tie myself to his fate with my somewhat okay rolls tonight.
I got a 4.
All right.
Guards are doing their job, but they're not killing it. Okay.
They're doing their job, but they're not killing it.
Yeah. Yep. So I think the moment is the double reverse turnaround. Lissa against the pillar. You kind of wince for a second. Arcee's flicked the lantern. You know it's happening. And from downstairs you hear, "Everyone get out!" And Lissa like looks over your shoulder, and then there's this dull like boom, 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 echoing up the tower.
Too late.
Yeah. And the place shifts and the floor cracks. The pillar snaps out from under you and Lissa, and the roof caves in on both of you. You can, say what you do about that. But it comes down. The tower leans precariously sideways. 2 crows are like, Wilhelm scream off the side.
Mm-hmm.
And a portion of their force escaped because of the sort of matching rolls there. But the tower is like crashing and crumbling and starting to fall apart, and doom, pitch sideways, and dust sprays everywhere. I guess we should start with Adam. Like, first, you and Lissa get smashed by falling ceiling and take level 3 harm.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens.
You can resist that.
Yep.
You can resist it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start there. Let's do that. Okay, not so much.
2 stress, and you take level 2 harm instead. I think it's what you see, you flip Lissa around and then it snaps. She falls back out of your grasp, and you see the roof like smash down on her, and your arm's there, and it hits your forearm, and you feel your arm snap. It like gives you like a fracture.
Do my reflexes kick in at all here? Because I mean, it's about acting first, not about like.
True.
I mean, yeah, like it's a thing. Obviously, like my tough as nails is gonna help me, but I have reflexes, so I don't know if that. It's not a shootout, but I'm pretty
Fair.
fast.
I might make this simpler. I would like to do a protect to also further resist, which is something I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a bonus die on your resistance roll first, Adam, because
Okay.
you're so roll another die. Let's see if you can reduce.
Okay, so no better.
All right,
cool.
That's fine.
And then what? You're protecting Cantor, RC?
Yeah. So he's next. He's in the center.
So yeah,
And-
maybe as things are like collapsing, you are waiting at the high point, like with your arm out. So I'm gonna run and like try to grab it. And you're gonna help yank me up out of the collapsing tower. Yeah. Okay.
I was even gonna go so far as to say like we knew we were gonna do this, so I have climbing gear, and
Nice.
like this was not a surprise for us.
Yeah.
And
I'm really looking forward to the exit from the top of the tower. I gotta tell you.
yeah,
So
right.
we got
Well,
flashbacks, John.
and so that's when I like right as I'm doing it, that's also when I flick Cantor the rope and yank him away. So
Okay.
I would
So
like
instead of getting his arm broken, maybe he snatches himself free and you pull him away.
yeah, and I might get sprained or something like that yanking him, but So I'm going to resist with prowess, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Fitting. And I've got a bonus die because
You are a bodyguard.
And
Oh, yeah.
success.
Bodyguard kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be. I think that'll take care of it. Actually, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because
My
We're-
God, do we?
we're changing your reflexes slightly. So let's say that the reflexes plus protector. You avoid the harm. You snatch yourself free, and then the rope like whips around.
Do we have a moment where like I'm like in your arms like before we leave the tower? I'm just like, damn girl.
I think
Definitely do.
I feel like that needs to be a moment because like Arcee still feels like she's like, even with all the talking and the doing, like she still feels like she needs to prove herself. So this is like, yeah, it's there's an intimate moment. I think so. Like she holds you like, and it's also like, we may just die right now. I just and we're on a tower that's falling down. So
Yeah, it's like the end of the tango move where she like
snaps me in, and I'm kind of like hanging from her arms.
and you got your Arcee's got her arm around your waist, and the tower shifts, and Oscar's sliding past the background, and you see some of the crows like scrambling. One of them dives and slides towards the opening that goes into the stairs, and like dust and rock pieces are flying out of that hole from the explosions. But he's like like trying to escape.
So here's where I have to question. I have a feeling Oscar has a way of saving probably all of us, but I do have a question though.
I love your infinite faith in me,
Mm-hmm.
RC.
Hey, there's a reason why I didn't back you earlier. Wait, no, that's the other way around. Ghost Tower is the tallest building in its vicinity, but by how much? How tall is the nearest building to it?
It's probably like 12 stories tall.
Yeah.
And the closest, like outside that, there's like a sort of square, public
Say
square.
like in the direction that it's falling.
In the direction that it's falling. I mean, let's use Ryan's map here. I think the one that's directly northwest is the tallest, and it's like 7 stories.
All right, so it's half as high. So my question is, could two people who had near superhuman feats of strength, namely Cantor and Arcee, leap from a falling tower with a grappling hook that they happen to have with a rope that's tangled around them, and catch it onto a adjacent building to swing free of this catastrophe?
I mean, having superhuman strength, adrenaline rush would give you the right to make that roll for sure. Where someone else would simply fall to their death.
Is this the part where Cantor kisses Arcee and then is like, for luck?
I know.
That would be such a beautiful turn of turn from an earlier complete fuck at this was. So
I'm seeing.
I'm sorry, this just doesn't leave you a way out of here, Oscar, but I have a feeling with Tempest
Are you joking?
Yeah.
I probably I can easily you can throw me a line, I can grab it, go with you guys, or I'm probably just leaping off and I'll catch us all.
Yeah.
Or something. It'll be fine. We got this.
So I would like to push to use not to be trifled with, to perform a feat of physical force that verges on superhuman strength, and we have a flashback to a much younger Arcee Keel.
Oh yeah.
Running down the side, running up the side of a Leviathan tentacle that was coming up on the Nightbreaker, and leaping for it.
Yeah, you got all that rigging game down, right? Like yeah.
And like we saw in the flashback episode, she runs down and then at the right moment leaps with Cantor.
Okay. So yeah. Well, it's obviously desperate.
Uh-huh.
You
Yep.
don't say.
I'll take that.
What I'm seeing is limited effect here. I think it's not. Tell me if I'm wrong, but the way I picture our world of Blades in the Dark, this isn't like dun da da da, yay, bing. I'm on the
No,
rooftop.
we are gonna slam into a closed window, smash the glass, fall into someone's house. It's not gonna
Remember
be
that
pretty.
time that RC
Go
fell
through,
off the
like-
roof?
I mean,
Through
all
a
the,
fire
all the,
escape? Like,
yeah, I did fall down a 6-story building.
yeah, I think it's gonna be like that.
All that we're trying to do is reduce our harm from level 27 harm to a level of harm that can be resisted.
Listen, what is this? A 6-story drop? We'll take like 8d6 damage. It'll be fine.
I totally agree. I think it's. I mean, if you didn't have, not to be trifled with, I would say, this is it's automatically just fatal harm out of the gate.
Yeah.
And you can try to resist it. So maybe you can't even resist it. Actually, I don't think you have a way of really resisting it. So let's say it's.
I mean, there's a reason why we decided to put ourselves at the top of a tower we were blowing up. We have stupid levels of confidence in
That's right.
ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's desperate and limited effect. You're risking fatal harm, but you can resist it.
Okay.
It's because of your ability, it's resistible. But let's see what happens when you make the leap. Is it? Yeah. How bad is it?
All right.
Start there.
So I think that tell me if this makes sense. While Cantor is macking, I would like to, and I'm happy this might be a flashback. I'd like to do a setup action by using bodyguard to anticipate threats, anticipate possible threats in the current situation.
Okay.
To basically like having scoped this out already as and get ready with like my rope and like have it all prepped. So
Yeah, I could even see, like, we see RC looking at the map and like planning whichever way the tower falls, like these are the places that we can get to.
Yep.
Obviously, we flash back to the part where Cantor bought a mattress factory and moved all of its stock into this building, which we also bought.
Yes, I'm Art Vandelay, import.
Exactly. We're going to need to store all of our mattresses in this building, but this is my home. Well, not anymore. Sorry.
How expensive is a flat? This is. I was just thinking a flashback like a few moments ago, but yes, it totally makes
No,
sense.
it's fine. Yeah, I think that's clearly part of the plan. Jumping off this tower during the explosions. So that's zero stress. You would have had time to look around and look at the buildings and know.
Cool. So I think it's a survey or study. It's sort of the same either way for me.
For what?
A survey to figure out where to leap to and.
Oh no, I think I you don't need to roll. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
You've lived here for years. You know the buildings. It's fine.
Cool. Awesome.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
then I'm gonna take that as a step action to give us improved effect. Then make this desperate.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think that's.
Excellent. Wow. Nice.
Yeah, I don't think that requires a roll. This the area really well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So before we do the jump, Strush, do you want? Is the plan that Oscar's taking care of himself, or is the plan that? I mean, you can probably again take care of all three of us, but is the plan?
I
Oscar's
don't
coming
have
with
a
us?
I don't have a problem doing another setup action to try and reduce damage and sort of doing a setup with a tune to try and buffer us as we go in, just narratively.
Cool.
I'd be happy to make rolls because the moment the tower starts detonating, I know exactly that the escape vector is going to be insane. So I'm probably coming with you. I do not have your jump velocity. If you can grab me and go, great. If you can't, we'll figure it out.
It's fine.
I think it's gonna be like leap. I think that I take everything we have to leap, but I think it's gonna be like leap and like leave rope behind, so that there's a way to swing you out, if that makes sense. So
Cool.
we both go
that
like
sounds great.
land, and then as we like see the tower going, we see you swing out of it, or maybe we'll find out.
We'll see how these rolls go. Yeah, you might
Yeah.
just watch them like plummet like rocks through somebody's window, and that's
We just hit the side of a building, bounce off, and land under the
See,
tower. as
I'm
it falls
expecting
down.
to like land on a roof, but we expect roofs to be solid because Hollywood has taught us that. But they just go.
Oh, I
right
want to
through
go.
the
I want to go
tile.
right through.
Yeah.
There probably some soft shit
That's fine,
underneath.
yeah.
Land in a
So
garbage can.
all right,
That's
so
cool.
we were at desperate, now standard because of the survey, and I think this is prowl. No, it's a physical leaping, right?
Yeah.
That sound right. All right, and Kenner, do you want to do a group action? I'm
I
happy
have
to-
2 stress left. So
well, I'll lead it, so you won't take any stress.
yeah.
Or I can actually I'll just do it because I've got a trigger allowed to be traveled with.
Save me, RC.
I will save you. I have Battleborn. Is this a fight?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then I'm gonna spend 2 stress to push myself. Which luckily I have because
Because you traumatized out.
Yeah.
trauma. So that's gonna give me that's gonna engage not to be trifled with.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take the push for bonus die. And because I don't think we need anything more than desperate standard effect. That's great. And,
That makes sense.
and do you have a devil's bargain, sir? I realize I'm already trying the impossible, so
Yeah.
the only thing you have to fight now is gravity. Thanks.
I might say you're
Gravity
defying
kills.
gravity.
I can't think of a devil's bargain off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's pretty messed up to begin with.
the only
yeah.
thing I can think of is that like Lissa could grab us and escape with us. But
Not really a devil's bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survive the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, I don't have one. I don't think.
okay, that's I can't think of anyone either. So, all right, desperate standard, 1 bonus die from pushing. Let's see how this goes. Well, it went.
It went. It didn't. Yeah. It wasn't 2 2s.
You didn't fail. You get to resist fatal harm. You win.
Hey!
Yeah.
Which I think is more thematically appropriate. We like crash into something and like tumble, and it's not good.
Yeah, I think it's you clip a chimney, RC. Like it's that horrible thing where like your lower body hits at full speed and then you tumble end over end, like
Yeah.
much too quickly across the rooftop, and then you slide off the backside of the
We
roof.
just ragdoll off into space.
Yeah, you clip the chimney and tumble
Oof.
with you, and then you slide and we see you disappear across it. That's what you see, Oscar. You see like crash and bricks fly off the chimney, and then you see them slide into it almost to a stop and then
Yeah. Right.
off the other side.
Well, I would like to resist that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Let's. I
And
also
as you
that.
see, we go over like
Sure, you don't want to
And-
take fatal harm. You can play
and-
ghosts. They're pretty cool.
ghosts are cool. You get to clear all your trauma on your ghosts. I wouldn't be soft anymore.
That's what's important to you right now.
I mean, you know.
It was a
Anyway.
pretty devastating choice, Josh. I have to say, Sean as a player was hurt when I made this decision.
Yes.
No, it's awesome and heartfelt. I was just playing up the great man in the situation.
So I'm going to resist lots of ways, John.
Okay.
I'm going to start. So, question: both of us are taking level 4 harm?
Yep.
All right. Let's break it down a little bit. I'm going to start resisting what I reach up with my battle-born instincts and grab the thing, and I'm going to use my special armor
Yep.
that I have not used to reduce that to level 3. And I assume that's going to be only level 3 for me. That's still
If you want to, you could choose who to use it on. If you wanted to.
Well,
use
and can I? Because I haven't declared any of my load stuff. Can I also be wearing armor to help me with this situation?
I don't think normal armor protects from this kind of
from hitting a
damage.
chimney.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine.
I think falling at this speed and height, you get smashed if you're wearing armor.
All right.
You just
Good, good.
But
Can
special
resist
armor. If you have special armor, then
Yeah.
it would have.
all right. I think I need Battleborn to catch it for myself. I don't think I can save Canada if I'm dying myself. But
Right.
I would
Put
like.
your oxygen mask on first.
But I would like
This,
to.
the
then-
thing is, even if I blow this, it can't kill me, because I'm tough as nails. So, the
can't.
level 4 is still fatal. Fuck. All right.
No, but that's okay because then I want to reach. Then I want to see when the camera comes over that I've also got grabbed onto Cantor. I want to protect Cantor.
Yeah, you're like dislocating your shoulder on the edge and grabbing onto
Yeah.
Cantor as you fall. Yeah, cool. I got you.
So I'm using my special armor to reduce my harm to level 3, and I'm using a protect action to reduce Cantor's harm to level 3.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if I can also resist for myself or whether you can only resist once.
Can't resist multiple effects, I believe.
What?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if the resistance was on top of your special armor, but I think you can resist multiple effects, right?
Well, you can
have to
only
resist them
resist
separately.
once, but I'm resisting my harm with my armor, which you can always do.
Yeah.
I guess my question is, can I also resist my harm with a prowess resistance? But first, I want to resist Cantor's level 4. Let's just do
okay.
it, and then we'll fit that. So I'm rolling prowess. I'm using bodyguard. I take no stress.
Nice.
So as it stands, both of us take level 3 harm instead of level 4 harm.
Nice.
Right. So you have protected and used your special armor.
Yes.
I think it just in straining fictional credulity here. I think that's what RC can muster.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um,
That's what I was thinking too. Like, even though I could say I resist for myself, technically, I feel like I'm literally like being ripped apart by the force of gravity and momentum here. And
and I think if it was a group action, and you're both doing stuff together, like Cantor could also resist too, maybe because Cantor's like doing something, but you're just like holding and jumping.
Yeah, holding on to me. And
All on RC to do it. So I think so. You take level 3 harm. RC cracked scapula. You feel your shoulder blade snap as you're hanging onto the side of the roof, and you just like start to pass out. Cantor, you take level 3 harm as well. You get it. It's a concussion. And the two of you are the camera chases, and we see RC like catch, and it's still on the rooftop catching up to where you are, and we see RC's fingers like starting to give out. And then when we by the time we get over and look down, we see you like start to pass out and fall, and then you catch a fire escape beneath you and prong, and your arm snaps again, and it puppets you up like a marionette into the air for a moment, and then the two of you fall the rest of the way and smash into the cobblestones unconscious.
So if I take level 3 harm, the penalties are 1 less severe. So I'm still conscious.
You are still conscious. Yeah, that's right.
The harm is still level 3, but the effect is only -1 die.
So you might be able to help RC get the fuck out of Dodge.
Drag her.
Totally, yeah. Like we fall and like collapse into the alley, and I get up and I throw up on the ground, and I like shake my head, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I like look down at RC, and I like assume you're not dead because
you should be
probably, yeah, and I like scoop you up, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, it's fine. It's fucking fine. We're fine. Like, lift you up and let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, people are walking over. There's a group moving over towards the bottom of the tower, and other people like running wildly away from it because it's.
Oh, so down at the bottom, are there any of our like people here?
Like
someone I can pass RC off to.
There had to be like our spotters in the distance, but like,
there's probably some gang members around somewhere. Like they didn't go up the tower with you because no one's doing that. Maybe Cyclops would have, but yeah, you probably have some people.
I don't trust the supervillain ending. I don't trust the like. Of course, the tower collapsed on her. She must be dead. Like, I kind of want to stick around.
If you want one stress flashback, Adam, like you plan for this, you got guys positioned around to catch stragglers and stuff. That's totally fair.
Okay. Yeah. So I will turn RC over. So I pick her up and I turn, and yeah, there's like a lieutenant or whatever waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
he's always there.
Yeah, and I pass her over, and I'm like, get her somewhere safe. And I like pull out my guns and I kind of stagger towards the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I want to make sure she's dead. I gotta be sure.
Yeah. Chad is right. Your concussion is probably more like a cracked skull, but whatever. It's level 3 harm regardless.
You just aren't affected as hard by it in this scene
Yeah.
right now.
It's
Right.
a cracked skull, but I keep being like, it's just a concussion. I'm fine.
Meanwhile, Oscar dies. or
Nope.
However,
So John, I want to set something up, and I want you to tell me if this is a ridiculous idea, right? So for months we've talked about this in the background a little bit, but one of the things is that Oscar's been mapping sort of like the ghost field of the crow's foot, right? And in my coat, I have a very specific item, which is a ghost key.
Yeah.
And I want to see, because this tower was once upon a time built on top of a wall, right? So
yes,
if I
it
step
was.
sideways into the ghost field, I'll be able to land on the tower wall that's connected to the tower and get the fuck out. And then when Cantor shows up with 6 broken bones and wrenched collars and a wrecked suit, I would like to step back out. That's my plan. How do you feel about this?
I think that's fucking awesome.
That's brilliant, dude.
so good.
Yeah.
Cool. So just tell me what I have to roll and how many stress I have to pay is pretty much what it comes down to.
I think it strains credulity a bit. I mean, it's really cool.
No problem. I was expecting like a 1 to 2 or even more stress flashback.
No, I think two is fair to
All
say.
right, cool.
I have mapped the ghost field tower wall here. That's totally fair.
Sold. I'm at 3 stress right now.
And yeah, so as this is all happening, what does it look like when we've never seen this before? You activated a ghost door or something with your key.
I think that I reach in and I pull out.
You're gonna make an attune roll, by the way. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can I just get like a cool cinematic for?
yeah, just build up to it. Yeah.
So I think that you remember how you're saying that there's somebody scrambling for the hole.
Oh yeah.
I think that like I start running towards the hole too, and I just like casually fire at the dude, which is not meant to actually hit lethally the way Cantor would with perfect precision. It's meant to like clip their legs so they go for a split second, and I slide in ahead of them.
Ow, my leg.
Right. And then what I'm doing is I run towards a section of the wall, and I realize that it's like leaning out of position, and I look to the left and there's a window. So I'm going to scramble towards that window, and as the tower's falling, I'm going to jam the key into something. And we see like the tower, like it cuts away and the tower's collapsing and Oscar is in it. And then we see like, like his hand still clutching onto the key, turning it, and then like reaching through and like grabbing the ledge in the field on the other side kind of thing.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Love
great.
it.
As the tower slips sideways, that's when the attune happens, and we see like the vertical tower in the ghost field remains as the
Yeah.
right one moves away. The like outline of the thing is still there in the ghost field.
Yeah, if you've ever seen like season 4 or 5 of The Fringe where they switch the realities.
Yes.
Yeah, this is one of those.
Nice. Yeah, cool.
Thing a tune.
It's a tune. Yeah,
I'm super happy with the tune.
definitely a tuning to the ghost field.
Tell me what kind of is this? Or wait, tell me what kind of action this is.
It's desperate.
Oh, it's my favorite kind.
Going through a ghost door is one thing, but going through one in the middle of a blowing up falling tower is pretty tricky.
Pretty cool. So this feels like standard effect.
Yeah, I think so. I think it works or not, right? You get the door open and you're safe, or that doesn't work and you fall. Yeah, standard's fine.
Cool. So I feel like this is a moment where maybe I push myself.
Sure. That's
Cool. And then I'll use the winds to help buffet me back up just a little bit because I get that for free because of how Tempest works. Just give me that extra little push so I can survive. And
yeah, that makes sense.
I'll take that as an extra die.
Yep. Now you're
Oh,
thinking.
Jesus.
Wow. Well, that doesn't work.
It might work. There just might be something else on the other side.
And you get eaten by a horrible ghost demon.
Expecting actually that.
Mm.
I'm just walking to the maw of Glorthon the Devourer.
I like that. Strash. I'm gonna take you up on that. What we see, there's this horrible moment where we switch to the anime version of Bloodletters, as we often do.
Yep.
And the spectral outline of where the original tower once stood in the ghost memory of the city is there, and it's this triumphant moment where Oscar's like, "Ha ha!" and you go cha-ching, and you get the key in, and the ghost door yawns open, and there's the shimmering shapes of buildings of the past in the ghost field beyond the portal. Yeah, and you just as you're stepping through, a piece of debris crashes into Oscar, and the ghost key fumbles out of your fingers
Oh no.
back into the real world as the ghost door shuts on Oscar.
True.
and the tower just comes fully down, and the door like shimmers out of sight.
Well, you said you might have Oscar leave for a little
Yeah,
while.
rip team.
Nope. I got it out. So I think that there's so that's what would have happened had I not been a PC with stress.
Right.
But I think that there's this moment where Oscar's like, "Fuck me," and then he goes, "No, wait, I got this." And so like we see that moment, right? Like, and who knows, in the TV show they probably cut to credits, and then like at the beginning of the next episode, the key is lying on the ground at the base of a tower. And we see a picture of like Oscar standing on the other side of the ghost field with the door in front of him, and he sees the key just on the other side. And then casually, almost as if it's teasing me and taunting me, a small shadow cat comes up and picks up the key for me. So I would like to resist the effect of "I've lost the key" with "I would like my familiar to
I have a
fix it."
familiar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Was that cool?
Yep.
What kind of resist is this, John?
It's your familiar, so resolve. I think
This is my
your specialty.
Yes, it is. Boom.
Nice.
How do you like them? No stress.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Cool.
And you know what? I know that it's fucking dilly dallying just because it's a cat. All right. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think this is a pretty good place to cut. So I think the last shot is the familiar like dutifully picking up the key, and then Oscar like indicating, like, okay, and
Open the door.
does the cat thing where it just like doesn't look at you, it just, like, stares off into the distance.
My cat on the bed is doing exactly that right now.
Nice.
Awesome. No, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Cool. Wow. Okay.
Way to go, threes on desperate actions.
Plop, plop, plop,
Opening
plop, plop.
salvo fired in the war with the crows. I'm gonna hold off on the is Lissa dead fortune roll. We'll just hang on to that one until
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere till I put a bullet in her to make
exactly.
sure.
Next time we play, we're gonna
Yeah.
Cantor.
This
stop
is the
him.
like Cantor staggering out, fucking blood pouring from his nose and ears. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It's not over yet here.
Mhm.
So cool. Sweet. Nice crime in everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, nice crime in Bajo.
Oh, I hate him so much.
Started a
Holy
war
shit,
with the
that
crows.
play.
I'm
That play.
gonna murder the shit out of this guy. That guy's target number 1 now. Like after we deal with this crow situation.
Hawk. So payout. Yeah, totally. Just time to rake in the
Yeah,
coin.
just rolling in. Yep.
There's a bunch of it at the top of the tower, and now everybody who's on the top of the tower is dead. So we'll just
Yeah.
keep it up. I'm sure it's gonna be
Lissa's
fine.
treasury is scattered across Crowsfoot.
Flashback. We had people ready to pick it up.
Basically, yeah, cash catchers.
This feels like that moment when in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, people turn into coins, and
I just like that everything is like a total fucking mess, and now
Yeah.
I want to like hunt around and make sure everyone stays dead. Like just run around shooting people who are like crawling out of the rubble like with no legs. Like, oh god, please help! Blow.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna see.
Yeah.
I like too that RC watched the end of the Born Identity and was like, that would totally work.
Yeah. It's cool.
I can just survive a huge fall like that. That's fine. It's fine.
I love that Cantor actually did, and it's still
Yeah.
doing.
It's all good, and I didn't leave the fight. I'm going back into it. We're not done yet.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm halfway tempted when we get XP tonight to take Tough as Nails because I'm 1 XP away from
It's
it.
very useful.
So
Oh,
I can
nice.
just get up and be like,
RC
no.
wakes up. Football practice.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do XP before we wrap it up.
Mhm, mhm.
Oscar, why don't you
Yeah, I'll go first. Oh wait, I forgot that tick from that desperate action at the end there. I addressed the challenge with knowledge or arcane power.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the very end, was huge, but also you specifically calling out the claim that we had, that like bringing up the past and like, this is what we did. Remember?
I think also with Satara earlier.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. Next up, did I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
A little bit, yeah. I think you should take 2 for that.
I think you should take 2 for that as well.
It was painful, but it was worth 2.
I have to have a conversation with you after this, but I suspect that Oscar will change drastically from understanding how the world works. So we'll see if his heart survives. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. I mean,
cold, hard, crimey Oscar could be interesting. All right. And then next up, you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas, and notably my 2 traumas are cold and reckless. I don't think I was very cold. Well, actually, I was pretty cold towards that orphan, but more importantly, I feel like I was super reckless.
You were super reckless. It was like, yeah, you just put it on the line with Bajo, especially. You were just like, yeah, fuck you. This is how it's going to be.
I know that it was a little shocking when I jumped in, but that's partially why. Oscar a lot of times lurks in the background, and I think that the equation is changing for him with the way that he's pursuing his vice, the way that he's putting himself out there, and the way that he's actually like stepping up into the scenes. Like, this is probably the first time we've seen him step into fights between Cantor and RC and other stuff like that too. So
yeah, that's great.
All the XPs for me. Who's next?
Nice.
Sorry, was that 5 or 6?
It is 6, I believe, from what I heard.
6, yeah.
I just want to make sure I had it right. Cantor Haig.
I don't think I really wanted one desperate prowess roll. I need one more to get that 4th fucking dot in skirmish, but I didn't get to make it. Maybe next time.
Well, we don't have mastery yet, so you can't. We need to get mastery.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I could take like a point in anything else, I guess, if I had to. But that's fine. We'll get.
Well, you can place this forthcoming XP wherever you want. So you could.
Yeah.
Put it.
Okay, so anyway, I didn't know no desperate actions. So at the end of each session, for each item below, adjust the challenge with violence or coercion.
God, yes.
Seems
Yeah.
like it makes sense to me. Okay.
I think we blew up an ancient artifact.
We did. Expressed beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I feel like the explosion at RC was huge. Like, this isn't how gangs work. You have to.
I feel like the explosion for sure, and then also like the staying around to make sure that Lissa got blown up, right? Like being myself, right? Being that like brash, like I'm the distraction. Hey, over here.
Yeah.
And then struggle with issues from vice or traumas. My only trauma is unstable. I probably could have gotten like a more unstable, but we'll do that next time, I think.
Yeah, I think you could have gotten struggled from unstable if you'd like really gone for it.
If RC hadn't been out and like that, this was a player choice where there was definitely a moment where I was like, I should just kill Bajo here. We should just turn this into a bloodbath and be done with it. But without RC to back me up, there's no way to make that happen. Cool. Okay. So I got 3. So
Okay.
I will figure out what to do with those. Probably do 2 and 1.
Cool.
RC.
I marked my desperates. You just a challenge with violence or coercion. I think I addressed the challenge of the syndicate with coercion. I was like,
You certainly did.
new. And I think I addressed the challenge of the crows, but with explosion of it. So I want to take 2 there. That seems fair.
Definitely.
You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. So one of the things that was important for me with my drives was to move us up in the political sphere, and that is something that I took the time to work with Roland, and that was a big deal. I mean, there was like little bits of like, yeah, RC's fine on Tangletown because she's got a nautical background, and I like referenced the Leviathan hunt, but I don't think any of those were like real drivers towards action. I don't think any of those were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Adam, I've got lots of long-term projects. So I think I'm just gonna take one with that.
Okay.
I struggle with issues from my trauma. Or I struggled so much
Yeah.
with my trauma.
Yes, you
I
did.
struggled the hell out of my trauma.
Yep.
It made me miserable.
Yep.
So I'm taking 2 for that because it was huge. And I'm gonna do it. I'm 1 away from playbook advance. I'm gonna take a playbook advance. I'm gonna take tough as nails. I'm gonna get up.
Nice.
Let's fuck this shit up.
And then I'll take 4 more XP somewhere else.
Cool. And the crew, last but not least.
The crew.
Do we acquire product supply, execute clandestine sales, or secure new territory?
Actually, the territory is an interesting question here.
Yeah, it's a little open to interpretation.
I mean, maybe if not my dad hadn't fucked us in that deal, but like, yeah, we're several steps away from securing any new territory, I think.
Okay.
Although we did turn guns into supply, which we hadn't done before. I don't think we got XP for getting the guns as supply because we didn't think they were supply, but now they are. Now they're.
Oh yeah, if you say they are, then it counts. Yeah. If you're like we're arms dealers now too, then yeah, totally.
I don't know. What do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to just say like they're not guns anymore.
Okay.
Because we can still use them, right? We have to go fight. We have 2 big fights ahead of us, right? The crows, and then the immediate next thing with Bajo and his assholes. So,
and the Arabians.
We don't have to fight them. They're just a consulate. You're politicking them to death. It's fine. We'll be okay.
Actually, Oscar and RC will probably politic him to death. I've got a couple plays there, but they're talking plays, and right now we're shooting plays.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Contend with challenges above your current station. I think we did the hell out of that.
You did.
We contended with a tier 3 gang with the Lamplax, and then a tier 3 gang with the Crows.
Yep. Take 2.
Take 2. I marked it. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
Killers who are into weird shit.
Yeah.
Did you develop a new one?
No, but I feel like we
Public menace.
Exactly. Insane bombers.
Well,
evil midnight bombers would bomb at midnight.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did we also advance proud when Oscar stood up to Bajo?
Ooh, proud. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Good point.
All right.
Yep.
That's wrapping around.
Yep.
And then express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the group.
Yeah. Just take 2.
Yeah.
you did hit the hell out of that one tonight, including like an actual like family fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't had one of those in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, we needed some 3s because RC and Cantor love each other when we're critting everything.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the classic thing, right? Like when everything is great, we can all give each other lots of space to be shitty because it's like, no, you're still pulling your weight. But as soon as you start failing, especially when Cantor's involved, it's not my fault, it's your fault, and your fault. You're all fuck ups, dragging me down. Bunch of nobodies.
So I'd like to throw out there, we don't have to decide this right now, but Josh and I were talking about it. We got a crew advance. That means we all get 4 coin in our stash.
Oh hells yeah! Let me do that thing.
I also want to suggest that we take the guns and the work that Oscar's been doing in the workshop to upgrade our weapons and our implements. So we have tier 3 weapons and tier 3 implements because we're about to go to war with a tier 3 gang, and having all these guns is a great way of justifying having.
I love it. I'm into it.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
effectively, since we all have fine weapons, well, Cantor and RC at least have fine weapons.
Yeah.
That means we have tier 4 weapons.
Super fine mega guns.
Mega guns. So we're taking
Get an upgrade.
weapons and implements, and because implements cover things like lightning hooks, that means Oscar has level 4 tier 4
Nice.
lightning hooks. So
Yeah. That's great.
so we're all swinging tier 4 gear now.
Cool.
And yeah, cool. Well, that happened.
Nice work.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, who needs plans when you have explosives?
That is
I
the
would say.
Cantor way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to do it any other way and it doesn't work, but we just killed somebody important. So it's all good.
Let this be a lesson to all you Blades crews out there. Don't worry so much about how you get out of the exploding tower. You know, just
Yeah, just do it. Just feel your way through. You'll
let
be
the
fine.
dice decide if you live or die. It's all fine.
Yeah. And if you're good at role playing games, then the dice will be good to you. Except today, apparently. But it's fun because this is like a weird like nadir for our luck, right? Where we saw the characters really like kind of just get screwed over, which is great fuel for vengeance later. I've been waiting to use that move where I get revenge on someone who's screwed us. I haven't gotten any XP from that stupid move yet, so now I have a hate on for especially Bajo, but like basically everyone who didn't help us with this yet.
Wait a second. Hold on. You should definitely get vengeful against Lissa. She totally screwed us with the Eruvians. She walked us right into a trap.
Oh.
I'll take it. I'll take it in the next session when I'm sure she's dead.
Okay.
I don't. Does it require you to kill them? Because blowing up her base of operations, I think, counts. That's all I'm saying.
It's up to Cantor when his vengeance has been satisfied.
I see.
That's probably why I never get experience. I have to do it till it's over. Like I have to kill all of Eruvia. Someday when the ancient Emperor Haig like conquers Eruvia, I can be like, finally, vengeance is mine.
I got that 1 XP.
That's right, that 1 hot XP.
The world burns to a cinder.
Here's the trigger.
Yes.
You got payback against someone who harmed you or someone you care about.
Let's
Get
call it
payback.
two. Let's call it 2 payback. One when I'm like, "Hey, Lissa, I blew up all your shit," and she's just like, "Ugh," and I'm like, "Hey, Lissa, blow." There's 2nd point.
It's payback twice.
That's right. Payback times 2.
Conclusion. Bang.
First of all your shit blew up. Second of all, you got about 3 seconds to live. Yep, I'm into it.
Last words. Bam. Would have
That's
been good enough anyway.
Exactly.
Awesome. So I think you should take it for blowing up a tower.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if your crew helped you, the crew marks XP.
They totally helped you. So mark
Nice. Thank you for helping me in my vengeance quest.
your crew XP as well.
Thank you for giving our crew XP.
Yeah. Gotta get more vengeance. Just wait. Bajo will be bathing in it. He'll be swimming in vengeance XP. It was actually really fun for me as a player to have him come back and really like stick it to us because
Yeah, it was a great scene.
it gives me an excuse to be like, this jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Well,
hate
now
him.
you
hate
guys
him
have
even
war
more.
dogs. You're just like, pile them on, whatever. We'll be at war with the Eruvians. We'll be at war with the crows. Just
Yeah.
line up the Lampblacks
Everybody.
after that.
I don't
matter.
even care.
We don't care.
Yeah. I'll fight all y'all.
War from here on out. I mean, why fight it? That's how the Bloodletters started. You might as well
Here's
just.
the thing. How many Bloodletters died in that last action? To my knowledge, none.
Yeah, big fat
Yeah.
sword.
And how many crows died in that last Tosawa? A bunch.
A
Mhm.
bunch. Yeah, I'll sort that out. It was kind of a tie between guards and sappers, so I'll like figure out how many crows survived. But yeah, a bunch of them presumably got blown up. Yeah.
Yeah. When you tie with a bomb, though, John, who wins?
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Scissors, actually. 'Cause
That's
it got
right.
confused.
That's right.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I think next time we play, Cantor's going to get his fantasy of the street to street guerrilla warfare shit.
Oh yes. Oh
That's-
yes. I want chaos in Crow's Foot. I want I want that Nakatomi shit. I want people to be like blowing up buildings and like gun battles in the street. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to
I
get.
think we might get a little bit of heat.
No, it's good. It's fine. The thing is, if everybody's fighting, the cops won't know who to arrest, right? Like they'll all just pour in, and everybody's
As
up
long
for.
as long as we don't get a wanted level, we can reduce that shit, which I think is worth probably throwing some coins at. We do have some stuff to help with that, so
That's ridiculous.
Oh man.
yeah, it's not going to be easy. We're going to be accumulating heat. So
Yeah, but the good news is because we're war dogs, we're good at multitasking, and RC's going to keep doing the double. I'm going to keep spending 2 downtime actions to get a spirit warden advisor appointed and to reduce heat. So I will continue working on that, and we have cover operation. But
Sweet.
Yes.
Did you see
Chat,
Dark
you are
Number?
actually right. You have cited the correct page. So everyone actually gets 5 a stash. It's 1 plus 2 per crew tier.
Hmm.
Cool.
That means that next time we advance, I will actually have finally my lifestyle.
Yeah. I'm at Lifestyle 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Good work, everybody.
Yeah, that was super fun,
Right.
guys. Thanks for playing, as always.
So, as is traditional between this episode and the next, if people want to see more hot RP action, where can they find each of you? Let's begin with Oscar Skurlock. Strash, what's your deal?
Actually, the most that I'm doing online right now is I am GMing actually this Thursday, if you're interested, on twitch.tv/actualplay. We'll be running Skim and Villainy Star Dancer, which is a space opera game based on Blades in the Dark. You can find that on drive-thru, and also you can catch old episodes of Star Dancer, because this will be episode 4 on YouTube/C/actualplay.
Nice. Awesome.
Damn, got all my links in. All right,
Nice
we're good.
work. All right, RC Keel, aka Sean Nittner.
You can find me in the same place. I may also be streaming something next Thursday that I don't think I can talk about, but it's
That's how you know you've made it. You can't talk about the things that you're doing until they're actually happening.
yeah, it hasn't been confirmed, but if it is, it'll be really cool. And you just I'll talk about it on Twitters.
Yeah,
But-
follow Sean on Twitter for more announcements of announcements.
Further announcements to be made. Also, worth noting that if you go to evilhat.com now, you can buy the physical copy of Blades in the Dark.
Oh yeah, I gotta update our Blades command because it's pointing people in a different way, but I'll update that.
Yes, it should
Still-
go to.
Yeah, you
Go
can
to
still buy the PDF through drive-through if you just want the PDF. But if you want the PDF and the physical book, because of our PDF guarantee, you can order Blades now. It starts shipping tomorrow, but it's available for you now.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, everybody knows the illustrious John Harper, but John, why don't you tell people where you're at, just in case?
I'm on Twitter at John_Harper and at 17design.com, all written out. If you want to play some of my free games, they are over there. Blades in the Dark is on Drive-Thru RPG, as Sean said, and you can get it from Evil Hat. Not that one, unfortunately, but the standard edition of the game. Get the book in PDF over there, so you can find that game that way. And I am also a GM for Roleplay. I am currently running Blades in the Dark. Surprise, surprise. On Sundays at 11 a.m. Pacific time with the Last Word. So you can tune into the Last Word. We are in our season 2. We have been sharing the same universe as the Bloodletters up to now. Now that's kind of diverging at this point. They still have a crow's foot tower, and Lissa and the crows are still in operation over there. So the world's
For how much longer, John?
Yeah,
Well,
they
they're-
gotta work it up.
the problem is they're in the future from you guys, so it's all messed
It's all
up.
confusing now. That's all right.
It's okay. It's okay. If you watch one, you'll definitely appreciate the some of the irony in the other show where we use characters in different ways and things. So.
And the universes don't have to completely rip apart. What they can sort of fade so that we can still bring things that the Last Word does as fodder for our game and vice versa.
Exactly. That's one of the great things about this medium. We are not beholden to our corporate overlords or a TV network or anything. We can mix and match stuff however we want.
It's like the glory days of comic books. Where you're just
That's
like,
right.
"What?"
Yeah, who cares? Just throw in some new superpowers. I don't know. Superman can turn into a banana now.
Exactly.
That's
He's
great
moved so
superpower.
fast that he vibrates into a banana. Yeah.
Cool.
If you want to come out to Seattle and hang out with nerds and play role-playing games, come out to Go Play Northwest this July 7th. Go to goplayNW.org. You can sign up and come out to the con and hang out with all these lovely.
All these cats are.
Yeah. If you watched any of the Roll20 Presents stuff too, we're making lots of cool people from that come out. Elf and Dave and Andrew and Blue Jay and Trist are all going to come out, so it's going to be good. So come on out to that for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. We'll let you know when the next episode is. Make sure you follow everybody on Twitter. I'll put it in my event schedule as soon as we know when that'll be. We play any time between 3 and a million weeks, so it's intentionally a little spotty, but that's okay. Keep an eye out. Follow everybody, and we'll let you know. Thanks for coming. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Not all.